Welcome back. I'm Nick Alessandrini with DETV Sports. Another week into the winter sports season and some more shifts in the basketball rankings. What an interesting year it's going to be there. Plus some updated wrestling rankings from Benny Mitchell and Delaware Live Sports. Let's start with the game of the week. There were a couple of big ones on Tuesday night, and the top-ranked Howard Wildcats were one of those teams in action as they made the trip to the Sanford School to take on the number 6 Warriors. Howard playing back-to-back games after suffering a tough loss at Rowan University on Monday to out-of-state St. Elizabeth's of New Jersey. Well, if you love defense, this was the game for you. We're going to pick this one up early in the first. Porter Kelly off on the 3 attempt, and right there to clean it up is Ebuka Nwobodo tied at 2. Later in the first, Howard up 3 when the Warriors are able to get a steal, and leaking up ahead of the pack is Porter Kelly, who takes the contact and the foul. Sanford ties it up at 6. Howard would answer. One of the top scorers in the state, Demir Hollingsworth, knocks down the 3. 10-6 Sanford on top, though, when Dayon Polk is able to get inside the lane and finish. Then Porter Kelly finds Nwobodo again, this time in transition for 2 more. Warriors lead the number 1 Wildcats 14-6. Howard would start to knock some down, and it began with James DeShields. Back-to-back triples for the sophomore, and then Hollingsworth from the baseline elevates and knocks it down. Not finished yet, though, as Rayson Matthews scoops and finds a way to get that one to go. Wildcats storm back to take a 26-18 lead. But the Warriors would answer. A big night for Porter Kelly. Hits the 3 in the corner. Then just a few plays later, right back at it. Another 3 for Kelly. Warriors take the lead. James DeShields, he battled foul trouble the entire game. Here he has a reverse layup to cut it to 1, but that's as close as Howard would get the rest of the way. Wildcats down 5 when Hollingsworth misses at the line, and then on the other end, Kelly knocks his free throws down to secure the victory for Sanford, and the Warriors take down the top-ranked Howard Wildcats 37-29. Ebuka Nwobodo had a game-high 12 points. Porter Kelly had 10 for the Warriors. DeShields finished with 10, and Hollingsworth also had 10 in the loss for Howard. Another number 1 goes down in boys basketball, which means a new number 1 in the rankings. Dover able to step into that top spot at 8-1 on the season. Howard falls back a few spots to number 2. William Penn remains at number 3. Tower Hill, they move up to number 4 after the big win last week over Sanford. They are 7-1 on the year. Sanford, after that big win, moves inside the top 5. Middletown, they were rolling the last few weeks. A little setback on Tuesday night against a very talented Apo team that drops them to 6-4 on the season and number 6 in the top 10. Apo will move up to number 7 from 9, and St. Elizabeth's and Smyrna slide into the top 10 with a nice win for St. E's over St. Mark's on Tuesday as well. And then last Saturday, Smyrna able to take down Seaford. So there's your new boys basketball top 10. For the girls, some big games last week as well. St. E's, they pick up a big win over Caravel in a very close game. They move up to number 4, and the Caravel Bucks, they fall back to number 5. Sanford, still the top girls team in the state right now, with Cape right behind them at number 2. Number 3 is Ursuline. They've got some big wins this season, playing very good basketball. All 3 of their losses at 5-3 are to out-of-state opponents. Woodbridge, they still remain undefeated at 5-0. They're in at number 6. Tatnall and Charter, they stay right put. And Apo, they slide in the top 10 at number 10. Now time to take a look at the Delaware Live Wrestling rankings. A few updates as you can see on your screen. In D1, Cape is still on top, followed by Smyrna, and CR now taking that 3rd spot. Milford is now into the top 5 at number 4, and the Sal's, they fall back to 5. Division 2 is led, of course, by Caravel, maybe the top team in the state overall. DMA having a great season led by head coach L.A. Collier. The Seahawks, they come in at number 2. Laurel, Lake Forest, and Indian River, they round out your top 5 in Division 2. And a big duel, mark down your calendars. That's tomorrow night. Cape Henlopen, they make the trip up north to take on DMA in what should be a great match. It will get underway at 6 o'clock p.m. Benny Mitchell will have the call live on Delaware Live Sports. Just make sure you search Delaware Live Sports on YouTube.